Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chukunonso Captures, aka Mazi. Check 'em, aka the Photo Cosmetic Surgeon. Welcome back to another YouTube video, and welcome back to Photo Lab. Shout out to all my clients out there. You are appreciated. Special thanks to all the muses out there. You keep me inspired. One love to all my supporters on social media. You keep me going. All right, so I'm gonna hop right into it in this video. You looked at the thumbnail, right? You saw the title of the video and you want to know what you should never do with your camera and your SD card. So, show of hands. How many of you people out there have that one really like by the book, you know, book smart, anal friend who like always reads the instruction manual of anything they buy? You know what I'm saying? Show of hands. Like, they always read the instruction manual. They always got to follow all the rules. They always got to just make sure that like everything is done by the book. They're like super careful to read. They got to read the labels on the anything that they buy. You know what I'm saying? The instructions. Like if they take some vitamins or something like that, they buy some vitamins. They got to read exactly how many times a day. They just do everything. They just got to make sure they do everything perfectly. You know what I'm saying? I'm that friend. I'm that nerdy friend who does that sometimes. But every once in a while, I like to live life on the edge. I like to say, you know what, forget this. These people don't know what they're talking about. I'm just gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do whatever, I'm gonna do it however I wanna do. I'm not gonna inconvenience myself. They're just making a big deal up with all these warnings and don't do this and don't do that and don't do this. That stuff will never happen. Nothing bad will ever happen, right? Okay, so when you read the instruction manual to your camera, it'll tell you to not remove your SD card while your camera is still on, right? Tell you to not remove it while your camera is still on. So one day I accidentally, I forget exactly why I removed the SD card. I think I was switching between SD cards. One of them got full. I was shooting a parade, right? I was shooting the West Indian Day Parade. And I think I filled up one SD card and I was gonna put in another one, right? So I'm gonna put up some pictures on the screen right now. These are some pictures from the West Indian Day Parade. So all of these great pictures could have gotten deleted. They could have gotten lost. And I'm about to tell you exactly why. They could have, see, look at all of these amazing pictures. They could have all been gone forever. Would have been a tragedy. Oh man, I remember that day, man. It was raining. Then eventually the rain stopped, and then like the sun came out, and oh man, I just took all these amazing pictures. I was out there for hours. I was so just so happy to like be out there and just getting all of these great shots and crisp lighting, multi-directional lighting from the sun. It was incredible, right? I really felt like I learned a lot more about the way to use my camera that day, because there was a lot of movement. You know what I'm saying? It was a very challenging shooting environment. There was a lot of movement, so I had to capture motion. There was a lot of changing, like the sun was going behind clouds and coming back. So I had to always adjust a lot of camera settings so it wasn't too bright, wasn't too dark. So a lot of varying lighting conditions. But anyway, I digress. So I finished one memory card, right? And I was gonna go pop in the next one because it was full. I forgot to turn my camera off. I just popped this open, took out the memory card, put the other one in, closed it, started shooting, right? So started shooting and all that stuff, and I remembered, I was like, wait, after I took a few shots, I was like, oh my God, wait, I think I forgot to turn this, something told, because I usually have a good habit of, you know, turning it off before I put the memory card. I was like, uh-oh, I think I forgot to do something. Something doesn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? I get used to patterns of doing things. And I was just like, oh, you know what? I'm so wrapped up in the moment and trying to get pictures of everyone who wanted the pictures. Because people were flagging me down, wanting, you know, asking me for pictures. I was so caught up in the moment that I forgot to do something that I usually do. And I was just like, So, you know that feeling when you forget to do something that you're used to doing, like a habit all the time? And I was like, oh, I forgot to turn the camera off before I put in the memory card, right? And so I took out, I turned it off, took out the new memory card, put the other memory card back in. Oh my God. I saw my heart dropped when I saw the error message. It said something like memory card error, and I was like, oh my God, what? I mean, I had already been out there for hours. It had started raining, I got soaked, I had my camera covered in like this bag. You know what I'm saying? I was so determined, I had my camera covered in the bag. I was like, oh my God, then it stopped raining. I was like, oh my God, God's smiling down on me. It was meant to be, this is a sign from God. Took the bag off, I was taking all these pictures, man, it was great. Then all of a sudden now, my memory card, I was like, it was saying nothing. Like there's nothing there. I was like, oh my God. No. There's so many great pictures on here. No, this can't be happening. I turned my camera off, turned it back on, took it out, made sure I turned it off, put it back in, nothing. I was like, oh my God. I was like, and I'm usually so careful with everything. I was like, this one thing that I did just ruined it. Like, you know, I make that one mistake, it just messes everything up, and you're just like, dang, what was the point of me being so OCD about everything else if like the one time, you know, all I gotta do is forget this one time, like, because I'm a human being, and then everything's ruined. I tried it one last time. Finally, by the grace of God, the pictures came back. Somehow, the memory card wasn't corrupted. I was so happy, but it could have been a disaster. So I'm here warning you guys, please, 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 turn your cameras off before you take out the memory card. Please turn your cameras off before you take out the memory. It happened to me. It was almost a disaster. God forbid you're shooting for a client. See, West Indian Day Parade, this wasn't paid, right? This is something I just enjoy doing to supplement my portfolio. But God forbid you're shooting for a client, you're doing a wedding, something like that, memory card, everything gets wiped. It gets corrupted, it gets deleted. Not a good look. Now you have an upset client. It's bad for your business, your reputation, even if it's just a friend, even if it's just something you're doing for yourself, and all that work is now gone to waste. Do not do it. Follow the rules. It happened to me. Read your camera instruction manual, please. See what's on there. Follow the instructions, all the warnings, follow them. Don't shoot in direct sunlight. I had an incident where my camera like overheated. Don't aim it towards the sun. Just be really, really careful. Be careful with the camera. These are expensive pieces of equipment, and the pictures that you're taking with them are even more priceless, right? Because you just took a picture of a moment, that moment's gone. You can't go back in time. You can replace a camera, you know what I'm saying? You can replace the money, but the moment is gone. You know, you can't replace that. So that's my photography lessons for today. Let me know what you think about it. Do you have a similar story? Does anything like this happen to you when it comes to other things that have to do with the camera? Do you have any like suggestions or advice, or maybe even some warnings for people who are new to the photography industry, amateur photographers, things like that? So let me know what you think in the comment section. So please, like this video, send a comment, forward this video to share to anyone who might need to know about this, who's interested in photography and just needs some pointers and things like that. Feel free to reach out to me on my Instagram. All of my Instagram is linked below in the description. So yeah, subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the bell button so you get a notification anytime I post a new video. So thank you. I will see you in the next video. You guys have a good one. Take care.